I'm not convinced that it's... Wait, is it going? Oh, I haven't set up anything. Oh, jeez. Yeah,
Jesus. Great podcast.
welcome to the Waiting Queue podcast, assuming anyone's here. I don't know. Weird. Someone may have been eating pancakes until a really short time ago.
Good job.
Me?
I'm proud of you.
It was
Oh,
companion.
wait.
But yeah,
No,
it's,
I've been playing Minecraft. That's what I've been doing.
It's the 24th?
Yes,
So,
it is the 24th.
Many important things are happening on this day.
Last
don't
week
know.
was St. Patrick's Day.
I don't-
Guys, my name is Yoshi!
I know, I need to change all of that.
Good job, Cross.
Okay, that's gone. And look, normally you hit preview before you start broadcasting, but you know, that's
You
what
need
we're-
to be more professional with the YouTube channel and
No.
actually upload video. Oh wait, that's me.
I think it's. Hey, you can give me credit for that too. There you go.
What? What
Perfect.
credit?
Perfect. I hope that says Brains and not Brian. So yeah, this is the Waiting Queue podcast. We are the Waiting Queue, and thank you for waiting eternally with us and never leaving and loving us forever. I am Cross Knights, and I'm here with Companion Cube and Dagless Cube.
Yes.
There's 2 cubes.
Yeah.
Only one can live. The other
Yeah,
one shall
and-
die.
And it's Dagless. But
There's a lot of cubes in
That's
this
very
in this
unique.
world.
Dagless.
Dagless Cube is the ultimate cube.
Yes. Your name.
So on this episode of the Waiting Queue podcast, I will be let's playing Minecraft to you guys.
Uh-huh.
Currently, I am digging. So okay, I'll stop playing.
Yeah.
That's all that we're going to talk about today. Minecraft. Totally.
Oh man,
We
there's a
all
new
play
update.
Minecraft.
There's a new update for Minecraft coming to the Xbox 360 and PS3 version.
I'm assuming it's just
Okay.
what the PC has,
Probably.
and possibly less.
Modding support would be cool on the Xbox, but they're never going to get that.
No,
They do that.
you have to pay. You have to pay for skins for God's sakes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Yeah.
kind of poop.
Might as well just pirate it on the PC.
Yeah.
Not everyone has good PCs, that's the issue. Like, I remember
Yeah,
having
that's
difficulty running Minecraft when I played it, which surprised me, but that's before I got my graphics card.
It would probably work pretty fine now if you killed some of the graphics a bit.
Oh, definitely. It definitely would now. It's just, without that graphics card, my computer was terrible. I'm surprised it ran anything. I could barely run the
Yeah.
first Bioshock.
It's because it was trying to run off of your motherboard things.
Yeah, your chipset wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, most important announcement. The stream channel has been made. We have the name.
Yes.
It has been set up. There are many There's actually nothing there right now. But,
Is that actually the most important, Cross?
yes, are you kidding me?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not kidding you. It's not important. We have to
Dri-
talk about.
Drive Not Found is now exist. Come watch us play games in about a week or two.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird situation because Dagless is having a few internet problems. Companion's at his grandmother's permanently.
Grandfathers and mothers. Thank you very much.
Just his grandmother. She has the deed to the house, he told me. Yoshi could probably start streaming, he just hasn't yet. I could start streaming, I just don't. I can't even make videos. So, like.
I can stream, it's a little laggy. Like, I'm gonna try Dark Souls after the podcast, if anyone wants to join me in watching me play Dark Souls.
Okay, that'd be
Other than that,
There's probably
might
like
not
2
work
people
out.
watching the stream right now.
there's 6 people.
Oh,
yeah, I may
wow!
not
You
have-
guys are way too committed.
I didn't make a, Companion, are you seriously still playing
No,
Minecraft?
Look, you can hear him playing it.
Yeah, I hear you playing it.
no, you can't.
Are you just standing really still
Okay,
now?
I'll
Because the second you start clicking again, we're gonna hear it.
Okay, I'll stop.
You were
There we go. I
terrible.
quit out of it. I quit.
That's it. Podcast cancel. See you guys next week.
No,
Okay, bye. I gotta play Minecraft.
did all this work for nothing.
Wait, what?
All this work. I haven't even read yeah. We have to
Oh.
wait.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
that's right.
Maybe we should
We
save
have to
that
fill
till-
up the time between 5 and 6 o'clock.
We should probably save that till.
Mhm.
But
Look,
yeah.
Okay, let's talk. Let's talk about something.
But yeah, the stream's
Yeah.
up. So I think Buttkiss might actually. He expressed interest in streaming also, which should be interesting because he doesn't even have a channel. That being said, he should have a channel. But I believe he's expressed in the past that one of the reasons he didn't want to is because he didn't want to edit and stuff, so streaming makes sense.
Well, I mean, he could just be like Relicti.
Yeah.
He actually does edit now.
I watched that last episode of Dead Space 3, okay? You guys... Oh my god, like, I'm not even gonna watch any more of your Dead Space 3.
The abdominal thing?
No, the whole, like, oh, we're like, we only need to get one more piece of Rosetta, and then it's like, oh, the game crashed, so we're gonna go back and get all the pieces. It's like, I'm not watching this anymore. I am stopping watching this now.
Did you actually seriously watch all the way through up?
Yes, I did.
Holy
and I played
shit. Why?
Because I like watching my friends play games.
That's a great promotion for your channel and your videos. Why did you watch that? Jeez, what is wrong with you? Oh my god.
I ask myself that question every day.
Yeah.
There we go. I changed the title.
Cube have recently gotten back into Team Fortress 2, along with Buttkiss and Yoshi. We've been having a lot of fun.
I really want to get some people together and do like a man versus machine thing. Everybody spends $3 to get a ticket. And
you guys want to donate to the Man vs. Machine?
Really?
Buy us a Man vs. Machine ticket, and we'll stream it for you. Don't buy.
The stream's gonna be terrible. Like, even if we do the stream, it's gonna be terrible.
If you guys did Man vs. Machine, I might join you because that's the only mode I care about in Team Fortress. It's just Team Fortress.
Well, we're gonna buy the tickets.
Well, I wouldn't buy the tickets. So that's the only thing.
They're only like 99 cents.
I still not because then what am I getting? Items for a game that I'm not going to use them in.
Look, if you're playing Man vs. Machine, you will use them.
Yeah, but I'm not going to pay money for it. Like for a game that I play so infrequently. Like even Warframe, it was hard for me to like spend the money in my head, and I played that for 200 hours. Like
I spent enough money to get a headband.
Wait, did you get the headband?
Yeah, I got the headband.
Is it cool?
In Warframe.
Okay, it says ninjas play for free on it, which is sort of lame, but
and I can't crap on anybody for spending too much money on a game because I spent $75 on the Kickstarter for Awesome Mods.
You do get some pretty sweet extras for that, but
I got a poster, I got those skins, I got a cat. Well, I got 2 copies of Awesome Mods and 2 copies of the Kickstarter.
Who did you give the other copies to Awesome Knots to?
I think I might have both of the copies of Awesome Mods, and I gave the other copy of Starstorm to Buttkiss.
Oh,
you should probably like hold like a giveaway or something for those other 2 copies.
I was thinking about that, like just giving games away during the streams.
Yeah.
So this is just groups of guys discussing headbands. Yes, that's exactly
actually the original podcast title was groups of guys discussing headbands, but we had to change it.
We thought it was too long.
2 weeks ago it was tampons, but we're not getting back on that subject.
Well,
no,
they were freemium.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
All right. Well, if you guys are done with Team Fortress, and again, I might be willing to play Man vs. Machine sometime because I do enjoy that. But
remember that one time me and you played and we had a lot of fun because we were both demo men and we were dueling?
Yes, that was pretty great. I'll give you that.
And then it was 2v2, me and you versus 2 other dudes, and it was a really close game.
Look, see, Cross, I know you don't really like FPSs, but the thing about Team Fortress 2 that I could totally get why someone doesn't like it is, like, if you're not very good at it, you die a lot and it's not fun, right? Or if there's people who are just really good, you're going to die a lot. And you can't get better because you're dying all the time.
Yeah.
And it happens, and it ruins games for people. Like, Yoshi gets really mad when people destroy him.
Yeah, that wasn't really the issue. Like, when I first started playing, it was brutal. Like, I started playing the heavy specifically because he had more health, and I could die, like, every 10 seconds instead of every 2 seconds. But I eventually got over the hump. It's just eventually the actual mechanics of the fact that I'm playing a first-person shooter lead into me, and I lose interest. But I played Team Fortress for a pretty long time, considering I don't like that genre. Like, I gotta
yeah, and you did a bunch of videos on it, too.
Yeah, I did, like, 13, 15 videos on it? Like, and I obviously played more than just those videos. But
Yeah.
I think the thing that kept it fresh was the variety. Like, I was playing a demo man and I was using the sword like constantly. I was terrible at it. I almost never killed anyone, but I didn't need to shoot people. You could be a spy. Again, I was even worse at a spy, but you didn't even need to use the gun if you're crazy with that. Engineer, you could just sit there.
That's
Medic.
why I stopped playing, honestly. Like, for a while, I bitched about how much stuff was in the game, and, like, there's too much things, but now that I'm back into it, like, what I'm doing is I'll pick something that I really fucking suck with. Like, I hated Scout, and now, like, I'm really good at it, so now I'm gonna, like, switch to something else, or, like, an item build that I really suck with, and, like, try to get better. And it's really interesting to see, like, all the weird things you can do.
Yeah,
And,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I don't like that mode where you have to steal the thing.
The intelligence.
Yeah, I guess that's like a capture the flag thing.
Yeah.
Because I played one game and it lasted for like an hour, and I was just like, this isn't fun.
A lot of people don't take it very seriously. Like me and Buckus were playing a game, and it was capture the intel, and I was playing Scout, right? And like when you see a Scout like running along, you know he's not a spy because he's running at the speed of a Scout. There was one heavy who I swear to God was just brain dead, and he spy checked everyone, and this is all he did the entire game. He sat on a staircase and shot a minigun at everyone who came by, and I just kept yelling at him like, nope, not a spy, try again. Like, oh my God.
Couldn't he play Pyro? That's a much better plan.
I don't know. A lot of people who are new are like, oh, I gotta play Heavy because Heavy's the easiest class.
That's why I played him. Although it wasn't because he was easy, it was because he had more health.
Well, he's the easiest class to get into. It's simple. You shoot.
Exactly. No, because every other class
it gets a bit more complicated, but
You can sandwich.
every other class I did went horribly wrong so fast. And then as a heavy, the only thing I had to worry about was the spies. Like, I'd still be like,
the thing is,
I'm dead.
those matches go on a really long time because there's either teams with like equal amounts of good players that can keep each other down, or equal amounts of bad players that just suck at doing anything.
They just walk into sentries again
Like,
and again and again.
I haven't, like, you know the hat that everyone gets, right? The gibbous?
Gibbous.
I started playing on a Valve server and, like, kicking ass, and I was like, oh man, I feel so great. And then I noticed, I went to spectate, every single other person on the map was wearing a gibbous. And I was just like, I'm not doing good. I'm just killing really bad people. Like, it was the worst feeling.
Well, you're doing better than them.
That's true.
That's why I liked when they showed the ranks in Awesome Nods. Because now sometimes I'm doing really well, and I was like, I don't know that I'm fighting, like, League 6s.
Yeah.
Like, you could at least... I understand why they hit it, because then there were people who'd be like, oh, all League 1s log off. But I still liked it.
Like that one video that Kenobi made, where it was all of us in League
Yeah, because
1
we were all
pre-made.
League 1 because we were assholes. And we played right at the beginning of the season when there were no ranks, so it mixed everyone up. And since we were a pre-made, we were going against, like, some people who probably only played the game for 2 days. And we won, like, 17 matches in a row. And we were League 1 for a day. And we're a League 1 pre-made, and one team just saw us as League 1, and they just started going, nope, 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 just gonna dance.
They just danced in their
They
base.
danced in the base for 5 minutes.
I am not interested, sir.
Let me
And
see
I
if I can
thought
find that video.
I thought it was a trap, but no, they had no interest in fighting us.
They just weren't interested in playing.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
started dancing. It was amazing. I ate too many.
What about those,
pancakes.
like, 2 people who were like, oh, I can't wait for Kraus to post his video so I can see the Waiting Queue podcast.
Well, I like how you are mocking me because I just posted an old promo. Admittedly, I don't know what it says in the promo, so hopefully it's not irrelevant because it's usually something random each time.
It's like, hey, Yoshi's here this time, so come and...
No, but the picture has Dagless in it, so at least it was from a podcast with Dagless on it.
Okay.
So, it's relevant in that way. Should probably include the link in the description. Unlike that one time when I was so tired that I forgot. That was terrible. That was like my least favorite ever. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about is that I have a lot of mucus. 1 second.
Enemy gives up.
Let's talk
Dance
about how
part.
much mucus Cross has. So, he told me this morning that his nose was stuffed with mucus.
I don't think I said that.
I was really
Son.
surprised. I asked him, how much mucus is in there? And he said, I don't think that's a thing you should ask. And I was like, well, maybe you should tell me how much mucus is in there. And he was like, I don't know, maybe like 10%. And I was like, I'm not sure what that
10%?
means. There's no context to that. And he was like, well, I don't really care, so blah, 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 blah. And yeah, then we started talking about Awesome Knots.
That actually sounds like something that might have happened. But no, I just had to... I had to cough a whole bunch there. There is a free documentary called Free to Play that I watched, and I wanted to talk about that. And it is free to watch on Steam, or, and I didn't know this or I would have just done it this way, you can also watch it on YouTube if you look it up. I don't know if you type in free to play into YouTube if you're going to get it right away, though, because that's a really common search term. But
You could download it on Steam, right? It's free.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you do it on Steam, there's special features and stuff, so if bandwidth isn't a problem, I'd suggest doing it there. It is about people who play Dota professionally. And it follows 3 different people and their teams, and they do things to make you, like, root for each one of these teams. And then they have this really good Chinese team, but their manager's the only one that talks in that, and he's so arrogant that they kind of come off as the bad guys, which is cool, so they set up this whole dichotomy. And it's good. I mean, you have to like watching documentaries. If you don't like watching documentaries just because it's the subject you're interested in, you're not going to like it. Because there are some parts that drag. But it's really well done. When they have the actual tournament, they do some editing with like full motion video of the actual gameplay to make it look exciting and dynamic. And it was great. I really enjoyed it, and I recommend you watching it. And there are actually...
I still haven't watched... Oh, sorry.
You still haven't watched what?
I still haven't watched Indie Game the movie. I really want to watch that, though.
I actually like that better than this. But, Team Meat's amazing, and I love them, and I love indie games. And one of the teams
I'm not really interested in either of the documentaries, honestly. Like,
That's what.
I understand like that these things exist, and I feel like I have such a base knowledge of them that I don't really need to watch a documentary on them.
It's not really as much about... Like, neither of them are really about video games. They're about the people who play video games and the people who make video games. But, again, it is very documentary-y. Like, it's like if you don't like that, like, actual just interviews and people talking, you're not gonna like it. But I'd recommend Indie Game the movie, too. That's also great. Plus, there are Steam cards and achievements for that.
Can one of you guys, sorry to interrupt, but can one of you guys quickly give Drive Not Found admin privileges?
Oh. Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
I don't know what that means.
What were you saying, Cross?
I don't remember. That confused me.
Well, wow, that killed it.
What does that mean?
He's talking about how it was the people behind the things.
You know,
Anyways,
that's good.
I have something that I want to talk about, too.
Yes?
I was recently asked, along with many other friends and colleagues, to review a game, a free online racing game called Track Racing Online. It is a game in which I thought was quite shite until I played it for a little while. Turns out it's like some weird port of a like iOS game, like for the phone or something. And yeah, so I started to do the review on it, and like I was getting footage, just playing around with it, and it was actually really fun. Like, there's problems with it, but as a racing game, it's not bad.
It's not terrible, yeah.
Yeah, and it even has like a mode where you like deathmatch. That you fucked up. Good job, Cube.
What?
It's going outside the box.
Yep, that's all
What
companions.
did I do?
It was
What
all
did I
your
do?
companion.
Good job. Good job, Cross.
I did it on purpose.
Oh, okay.
I could resize that, but it makes it sound like it keeps on going. Like, you know, in that sequelitis thing where he makes the words too big for the screen? Like, he does that on purpose.
Yeah.
But anyway, go on.
There's a deathmatch mode that, like, if they worked on it, it would rival, like, Twisted Metal. Because, I mean, honestly, Twisted Metal was never really all that great. But this could be really good if they played it. And, like, I'm working on my review. I'm actually putting a lot of work into it.
kids.
I've got, like, some funny jokes and stuff. And, yeah, it's going to be good. And I hope that you guys will watch my review of a really shitty, good game.
So you are
Yeah.
going to go forward with it,
It's-
because you were actually considering not doing it for a
Well,
little bit.
I think even if it is stolen, like I think it is, I'm
Mhm.
still gonna do the review. But I'll put in a thing like this game may be stolen. I'm not completely sure. I don't have evidence, but
Mhm.
some
DMCA.
research has yeah.
Okay.
Well, hopefully that turns out well. And boop,
What year were you born in, Dagless?
1993.
Okay.
1985.
So let me go back to Twisted Metal not being that good. Because I was like, you know what, I could see that, because Twisted Metal, the first one, was made when you were 2, and when Companion was a fetus. So,
Hey, you don't know that. You don't know me.
no, I just want to defend
Look.
Twisted Metal, because, like, admittedly, like, playing it in the past now, I could see how you wouldn't think it's that good, and I haven't played it in so long, maybe it's not that good, but it made a genre, like, there was
No,
basically...
yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, like,
I liked it when I was a kid.
okay.
The
'Cause,
thing I
like,
realize now is that it's too hectic and there's no strategy to it. It's all just like there's slight strategy to it. Okay.
Yeah, I disagree
But
with that because of the shields and stuff, and the boosts at the right time.
But
And-
there's just so much like random elements and just like woof, woof, woof. There's no like solid control over anything.
Well, which one did you play?
I played like maybe the one for PS2.
Black? Or Heads
I'm not
On?
sure.
Okay, because that's an important distinction. If you played Twisted Metal 3, though, that was a terrible game.
I'm not saying Twisted Metal is bad.
Okay.
I'm saying I saw something in this game that could put Twisted Metal to shame.
Well, you're
Just
making me
it
you're making me kind of want to check out that game then, because that would be
It- it
impressive.
ha-
but it's hard for me to.
it's not
believe
at that. It's not at that point, but it has that basis. The controls are so solid. Like the gameplay mechanics are not there, but I could see them easily being implemented. But I doubt they're gonna do it.
No, I don't think.
And
they're
it
gonna
like
do
I
anything.
sort of want to send it to my friend and be like, hey, dude, do this.
We're talking about now we're talking about track racing with the Oh my god, those
Yeah.
the
Well,
zombies
the
were the
zombies
best
aren't
part.
necessary.
The zombies were the best part of
You
it.
know what I'm talking about, right, Cube? Like the aiming and like the whole like.
I
you
never
know, you had
played
to, like,
Twisted Metal.
No, with the deathmatch in track racing, like you had to lead your target and stuff.
That's alright. My favorite part actually was that one map where my favorite part is just the way that you can ride on walls in some cases. Like remember that one loop that I found out that we could just
Yeah,
like
that was pretty
go
cool.
across.
So wait,
That
is
was
this
the
game
coolest
actually
moment.
good?
It's alright.
It's pretty decent, yeah.
It's worth checking
So
out if
maybe
you
I actually
like.
will. I just assumed.
What's
it was
really
fun.
interesting too is like the multiplayer. Like you have a reverse function in the like offline multiplayer, and you can like say you crash, you can just like reverse time to where like a point where you could have avoided the crash.
Mhm.
It's all about getting the best time. It's not about racing people. So with the multiplayer, they keep that reversing in the game, but it doesn't reverse everyone. It just reverses you. So you're not really racing in the sense that you're going up against them. It's more a time trial, and they're just there. And I actually think it's really interesting because you can just restart at any time. You can keep going on the same map to try to get better times than your friends, and like it's all right. It's pretty solid.
Oh wait,
Mhm.
now I
The
remember why I
maps
didn't
are pretty
play
cool
the game.
too.
So I had to make an account.
Because you had to make an account.
Now it's all coming.
No,
back
you can
to me.
play as guest.
Oh,
You can just click play as guest.
all right, I might do that.
okay.
I don't know.
But then it doesn't save your stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
If I like it, I'll make an account. Or I just won't play it.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't do things.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, yes, you do.
I've been feeling so lethargic lately, and like I'm doing work, but when it comes to video games, I don't want to play them most of the time. Like it's like when I'm done working, it's like I want to do something that doesn't have anything to do with the computer. Go outside.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Talk to human beings in real life. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I'm
just
in real life.
Well, your voice is, but you're not.
Oh, damn it.
You can hold
Canada's
me,
not a real place. Wait.
just like you held me in that fanfic, Cross.
Oh, for God's sakes!
Come on, don't deny it.
8.
Don't deny the fanfic.
Yeah.
8.
That didn't happen and will never happen.
8.
Cross, stop destroying my dreams.
8.
Yeah. So how about you stop saying
8.
creepy things, Minor? And
8.
Hey, it's only statutory. It's
Eight.
not.
for God's sakes. Yeah, because that's not arrestable.
Yeah.
8.
Well, not for me.
I
I've got
feel
a
like-
special surprise for you guys at the end of this podcast.
I hope it's a fiery explosion that destroys all
It's a
fan
special
fiction.
surprise. Even Cross is going to be surprised.
Oh, goody.
But I think he'll be surprised pleasantly.
Pleasantly surprised?
Yes.
Or pleasurably surprised?
Baguette.
Pick.
Well,
Anyway,
I wanted to mention that YouTube email, but I don't think I saved the link to it, and thusly, I don't know what I can really say, because I don't remember the damn thing.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I swear, I might have mentioned this a little bit last podcast, I can't completely remember. I probably did, but at this time I was like, I have the link, but I don't know, and I can't really look for it, because it's going to bog down my system. But, YouTube sent out an email that said the actual changes that they were going to make, like they're not going to take away the instant monetization. They said that they're just going to make a whole bunch of different changes to the content ID system. And it actually looks very positive. They said that they're going to make sure that the robots wouldn't flag people when companies that own the content didn't want them to flag it,
yeah.
which is kind of important.
Yeah.
Like, what else? I don't remember because I'm not looking at the email right now, but it basically gave me hope for YouTube, and what I'm starting to think is that, like, so many well, not a lot of them, but a bunch of prominent Let's Players or, like, mid-range Let's Players just stopped making videos or started moving to Twitch or trying to find other avenues in such large amounts that I think YouTube actually listened, and they're like, you know, what we're going to do is actually pretty stupid. Maybe we shouldn't do it like
Yeah.
this. Maybe we should
Like I told you
over
guys-
legitimate content creators that have actually made us millions and actually try to work with them with a better system and prevent us from getting zooed. So I don't know, I'm hopeful. We'll see what happens.
Like I told you and Dagless about a person called Blacklight Attack who just stopped YouTube and switched over to Twitch because he didn't want to deal with this shit because he did a bunch of Nintendo stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, once that happened, like all that Nintendo stuff happened, he was just like, well, fuck YouTube, I'm going over to Twitch.
And the thing is, like, Nintendo of America is actually really cool with Let's Plays and YouTubes. Nintendo of Japan is crazy and
Yeah.
out of control, and the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. Like, with that Nintendo thing, there were people that were sponsored by Nintendo of America to make videos that were flagged by Nintendo of Japan. Like, that's how
That's messed.
ridiculous it got. So, I don't know. We're just in such a weird time for this medium. And I don't know. I'm glad I have another job, is what I'm saying. Like, I can't... people like Angry Joe that actually depend on this for a living, like, he must have flipped his crap. Like, even more so
Yeah,
than he did
and
on screen.
He's doing stuff.
I don't think any of his stuff should be flagged anyways because he's doing a review.
Yeah, it's technically illegal for them to flag his stuff. But he
Yeah.
has no control over it because of the way the system is.
Well, he
Thank
is
you.
taking them to court.
Is that actually going through?
Yeah, he's slowly but surely going through all of his copyright claims, and if he said that if it has to be that way, he will take them to court.
Now, who was he
Like
suing
if they try to
exactly?
counterclaim.
Is he suing YouTube, or is he suing
Whoever's
the...
claiming it, whoever's
All the
claiming it,
people
I'd
who claimed
assume.
it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because...
Oh man, you know what? If I was a superhero, let me tell you what the first thing I would do is I would kill every motherfucker who falsely claims shit that isn't theirs.
That's the first
You'd
thing.
be a terrible Superman.
Well, I'm just saying, couldn't you go after, like, children's sex slaves first or something? No?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might help.
I could do that too.
I guess.
Afterwards.
I'm sure these motherfuckers are one and the same.
It's
in
the
my
same
opinion.
people.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Look, there's not a lot of money in this human trafficking thing, so on the side, we're gonna flag this Dagless McChicken's videos.
Look, I don't even care if my videos get flagged because I don't make money off them anyways.
Yeah. I don't
Although
like...
I have been seeing some.
I don't like the idea of people who have done nothing getting money from me, though. Like, if it's a company that actually had something to do with the videos, that's definitely better. but I'm
Yeah.
very squeamish whenever I see that content ID match. Period. I just don't like having it there, and I would rather just take down a video than even have that thing there. Even if it's even if the people say 100% we're not going to do anything ever, it still bothers me. Even if they didn't put ads on it, it would still bother me. Like, I don't like it. Okay. Is that it? Is that it? That's it. That is the. That is. Oh, I'm in Drive Not Found too. For God's sakes.
We're all in Drive Not Found.
No, I'm in the waiting queue and my Twitch.
I'm Spartacus!
No, I'm in just my Twitch. Okay.
That's really weird that two of us can be signed into the same Twitch account. Can I just put that out there?
I'm gonna be signed into it like this is my new Twitch account now. Thanks.
Oh dear.
I'm never gonna be signed into Dagless McChicken.
Oh, that's good. Well, wait, why are people saying meow and cats meow so much? I
Because
approve
there's like
of this.
a weird Hitler cat.
Hitler cat.
Wait a second.
It's amazing.
What is
Oh
that?
my god.
How do
It's
you
Hitler cat.
How do you see
Damn.
icons?
Does Dagless like the McChicken sandwich?
No, I don't like McDonald's.
Oh,
my
yeah, you're a
God.
cannibal though.
You can check the. Oh, freaking McDonald's.
What?
Oh my god. No, my mother.
Every once in a while, I get a craving for a Big Mac, and then I go have a Big Mac, and I'm like, yeah, these are shit. I
Yeah,
don't know.
and
Like,
do you actually
is
like?
there nicotine in this or something?
Yeah, do you feel bad, like physically bad, when you eat them?
No, I don't feel physically
'Cause I
bad,
do
but I
now.
feel like I always have the giant shit afterwards, like everyone does. But
Like every weight.
Look,
look,
half
there's
of
a
the
reason
stuff
we
in there
call
is
it
not
Rotten
food.
Ronnie's in
You're-
Canada.
Your body has to get rid of most of the matter in that sandwich. It's just.
But like they aren't good. They used to
No.
be good. They don't taste good anymore. Nothing at McDonald's tastes good anymore.
Well, I like the
I think-
McFlurries. Those are
Okay,
good.
McFlurries, yeah, okay, I guess,
That's
yeah.
the only thing I'll get there. But I think my life is just better without McDonald's and Burger King. Marginally, but the price is so cheap. It's not even funny. Like, the price to calorie ratio is insane. That's why, like, a bunch of poor people eat there. It's cheaper than dog food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I try not to eat out, but I
Probably
order a
stock
lot of
food.
pizza.
yeah,
Oh well.
I
I
eat
like pizza.
a lot of pancakes. And again, the calorie to cost ratio on pancakes is hilariously low. But
I eat a lot of chili.
Moral of the story is eat bad food. It doesn't cost very much.
The moral of
True.
the story is if you're poor, you're probably going to have to eat bad food because eating expensive food is goddamn expensive and it gets expensive quick. And it's hard to know
Yeah,
what to
there
eat.
we go.
And a lot of, like, vegetables are great, but they go bad so fast.
That's why I like apples.
Avocados.
Except they're not a vegetable.
Avocados go bad really fast.
Tomatoes. I love tomatoes. Tomatoes are great.
Yeah, those are,
No one else likes tomatoes.
I think tomatoes are
I get
alright,
onions,
but not
because
fantastic.
onions actually last a long time and I could just put them in things.
Hmm.
But I'd love to get, like, I don't really like lettuce, but I like spinach. But it goes bad really fast, so, like,
I really like bean sprouts.
yeah, I had something recently. Oh, yeah, my bacon fried rice. I put bean sprouts in those.
Welcome to the
Completely
Waiting Queue podcast, where we talk about food and food accessories,
Food accessories?
and not gaming at all.
Well,
yeah,
it's
food
not-
accessories like tongs or a celery dildo, that sort of stuff.
I don't know what that is, nor do I wish to.
Go
Okay,
on,
I won't-
please.
I won't explain.
Good. But no, we're not
Why aren't you
technically...
gonna?
We're a general talking podcast that focuses on games-ish. Like, I don't know if that's our
Yeah.
actual stuff. Which is why eventually we're going to get banned from Twitch.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get
Why?
shut down
Because
eventually.
we don't talk about games only.
Yeah.
Well, technically, I don't think we're even supposed to run a podcast that's related to games. Like, the Polaris podcast gets special discompensation, I think, because they have a relationship with the network. But technically...
So we're not allowed to talk about games.
Twitch is for streaming gameplay.
Yep.
It is exclusively for streaming gameplay, and they are pretty strict about it. It's just we're too small for them to do anything.
You think they would get really pissed off if we were just doing a podcast here?
If they
if
found
they found
out,
out about it, they would probably shut
they
us
would
down.
send someone in and say, you can't do this, and if we continued, they might shut down the channel. And this has happened multiple times.
So where will we host a podcast if that did happen? There's probably
we would
other
probably
websites
have
we
to
could
look
do it.
into the Google Hangout thing.
Okay.
I don't know how that is, because there's a really popular podcast called The Manga Pod, which used to run on Twitch and has been shut down. And they're looking for another place. So, but that one got like a few thousand views per podcast, so I'm surprised it didn't get shut down quicker. But it's just Twitch has
The Manga Pod?
Manga Pod, yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one with Dodger in it, right?
You know,
Yes,
what's
not on
the
Twitch
point
anymore.
of shutting down these podcasts? Though, I mean, that brings more like people into Twitch.
It's true, but I guess they want a laser focus. They want it to only be gameplay.
I guess.
Like, I understand what you're saying, but I guess they just want to keep their brand pure or something.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, sure, but
No.
it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, maybe if I get my job, I'll pay for like a website we can host it on or something.
That'd be crazy.
Well, Ustream, Justin TV, I think is still up.
No, wait,
there's
are you
other
allowed to
alter-
post other stuff on Justin TV? Or is that still
Yes.
on the gameplay? Okay.
You're still allowed.
Well, that might be okay.
I
I don't like Ustream, though. I forget why, but there were some issues with that.
think it had just a shitty streaming service in general.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But
Like the chat would die constantly. It had a massive desync sometimes, like of a minute long.
Okay, well, that's ridiculous. The
Yeah.
Twitch, like, desync didn't used to be this bad, though, right? Like, I swear,
Well, it gets
like,
good at sometimes.
it's always, like, 10 seconds, though, isn't it?
5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, like, 10's pretty... Like, that's why that whole, like, the multiplayer Pokemon thing is ridiculous to me, because there's a 10-second delay. Like, if it was instant, I gotta think that would be an entirely different stream. Or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. If we could actually post the podcast on my YouTube channel, though, that'd be kind of cool, right?
Cross.
Yeah, well, you can stream on YouTube, can't you?
Yeah, that's what we'd have to go to, I think, the Google...
Oh yeah, YouTube has streaming.
Yeah,
forgot
I
about
think that's our backup if this ever goes down.
that. We could just stream it to the waiting queues, since the waiting queue is the
That
waiting
makes
queue.
so much more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This person says you could put gameplay in the background. What if we put a loading screen in the background?
That was our original plan, by the way, when we first came
No,
to the
is
podcast.
is that considered gameplay?
I wouldn't think so. I think
No,
they would be like,
but
"Oh,
it
go
might
fuck
fool
yourselves."
the casual observer.
Hmm.
Like, the original plan was the background was going to be a waiting queue, like from, say, like Infinite Crisis or Team Fortress, and it would have all our names in it, and it would just keep on looping, as if we were waiting the entire podcast for it to end.
And then we would sail off and play TF2 at the end of it, except not really.
Yep, not really.
Just-
Yeah.
And then Dagless kicks Gabe Newell in the balls. And that happens.
Gabe Newell is pretty big.
Yeah. Big balls. Big balls.
He's pretty, he is famous. That's what I meant by big.
Hmm.
What did you think I meant?
I
Asshole.
only know how he looks because of, wow, salty, man. I only know how he looks because someone made a parody of Gabe Newell with Attack on Titan, where he attacked the village, and then he was, like, throwing the steam cell things into buildings, and it was exploding. And the guy's like, "No, all my money's gone! Ah!" It was amazing. But yeah. Flarn.
There's a bug that Cross sent in on Counter-Strike. Hopefully they'll get that fixed.
Yeah, hopefully they'll get that bug fixed.
I hope so.
FPSY? Yeah,
I need to
hopefully
know
they'll fix
why
it.
is FPS, and why no short ponytail models. And
Yeah.
if they fix that, maybe I'll play Counter-Strike more. And by more, I mean for the first time ever.
Not at all. Oh.
We are changing Counter-Strike into an MMO!
I'd be even less likely to play that.
I can't stop playing Counter-Strike! I can't stop getting these deagle headshots, which are now, like, rare items.
Could you imagine, like, what would happen if they just did that? Like, they turned Call of Duty into an MMO overnight.
Oh my god.
Really
They
big
would
patch,
probably sell
guys.
so
You just-
much.
You just-
Just
People
wait
would...
and see what we're doing with the game.
There would be bro riots. Oh my god.
my God.
Frat houses
Bro
all over
riots.
America would explode.
I thought you meant making a new Call of Duty game in the series, but
No, I
actually
want them
changing a
to.
Call
I
of
want
Duty
them
game.
to take the existing one and make a gigantic patch, and when people sign on, it's an MMO.
Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yes.
And they have to, like, go mine, like, for, like, 5 hours so they can get a kill streak reward.
Yes.
And it has like social gaming aspects, like invite your friends.
I would like to think that maybe they should just make a Call of Duty MMO, and the people that blindly buy it so much, they'll probably actually at least make their money back.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be
And then they'll probably sell even more because the people would be reporting like, Call of Duty going MMO?
I want them to do
I'm
it.
just saying, Activision.
I want it
idea.
somehow like the screenshots make it look like it's an FPS, and then when people play it, it's an FPS. If only I had billions
I
of
heard
dollars.
you know how Dead Space 3 is really bad compared
Watch
to
out
the
for
other
spoilers
ones.
because people might
No,
know.
I'm not going to talk about anything about Dead Space 3.
It was Origin. Origin is
Uh,
mainly what fucked it over.
But I mean, like, compared to the other games, even, like,
yeah,
they screwed over a lot of stuff.
it's definitely the worst.
I remember when there was a plan to make a Dead Space MMO, and basically what it was going to be was, like, say I was friends with Cube on the MMO. What we would do is, like, we would sign up with a ship, and we'd have to,
oh my god,
and, like,
that
it
sounds
would-
amazing.
and you would defend it from necromorphs if it got attacked. Like, you would get paid money for defending the ship, or if you lost it or something, you know?
That's
And, like, you were supposed to go to planets and different, like, ships and everything, and work with different corporations. It was, like, it sounded amazing. But then they made Dead Space 3.
I think that would be pretty cool.
They'll probably make it, maybe. There's going to be another Dead Space, I bet you.
Well, how did this last one did it? It did pretty well, right?
I think so.
Because it definitely got a lot.
Yeah.
It probably didn't sell 8 million copies like they probably expected it to.
Yeah.
Because Terminator was a flop. I mean, Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was
Tomb
a
Raider.
flop.
I think
It sold
Terminator
like
game
3
was-
million copies.
Yeah.
3 million copies, but they expected it to sell like 5 million.
Well, Square can go suck and die. They. I don't even.
Wait,
know
was
what to
that was that a Square Enix game?
It was. They were published by them, yeah, and they're the ones that pulled the plug on the franchise. So,
Yep.
I don't. Square. They used to be
Just
like,
wait for Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, I remember I was talking about with you last night. I have so
Yeah.
little faith in Square Enix now that I'm no longer looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3 because I refuse
Yeah.
to believe that they're going to do a good job.
Well, I mean, like, they made a whole bunch of bad Kingdom Hearts games. I know most
Yeah.
people won't agree on with this, but Chain of Memories, I consider a really bad game.
It wasn't that good.
382 by something-ass days. That was prime Final Fantasy bullshit.
0.1.5
Yeah,
to
and then
the
there
power
was
of
ano-
8.
there was another one that was almost exactly like that, and that one was shit.
that was
too.
the prequel where you play as 3 characters that have nothing to do with anything. Like
Every game, or every world in Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be like Brave, or Frozen, or Wreck-It Ralph
Alright,
World.
I
or,
would
you
be
know, shit
totally.
like that.
No, I'm totally okay with that. I actually hope they do. I hope there's Star Wars also, because that'd be hilarious because they own the license now. But,
Just wait, Cube, for the Wreck-It Ralph / Sora fanfic. I'm going to wreck it.
Wait, why'd you say me? Did you meant Cross?
whatever. No, you're a huge
Whatever.
Kingdom Hearts fan.
Both
Um,
you
Yes,
guys.
I've played all of them.
no,
and
I
by
would
all
be
of them-
totally. I would love there to be a Brave world and a Wreck-It. Wreck-It Ralph would be weird just because it's already a video game based one.
I think I think Kingdom Hearts would have been better if it never had the Disney stuff in it. Although then it would be like just a shit ton of brooding, fucking, you know.
Yeah.
In a way, I agree. Just because, like, it's weird because I actually like Donald and Goofy as characters, which is weird because they're freaking Donald and
Yeah.
Goofy. They shouldn't work, but they do somehow. But in the
Yeah.
first Kingdom Hearts, I found a lot of the Disney portions, like the world, just boring and uninteresting and semi-unrelated. But
Yeah.
I liked the Final Fantasy parts. I definitely... Not enough
You know,
Derek, though.
Goofy actually has plus 10 to observe. And perception. So I hope somebody gets that reference. Otherwise, I'm going to pee everywhere.
I don't get it.
I highly doubt you would. It's a
Is this some Gooby Please shit or something?
It's a reference to SSOHPKC's
Oh.
playthrough of Kingdom Hearts.
I don't know who that is.
He's a Let's Player.
Total Biscuit does, and he's like, God, I fucking hate that guy's name. Every
I
time he
certainly
mentions,
can't remember it. It might as well just be a bunch of numbers. I'm Alpha 7, Alpha Beta 4 saltines. Like, stop.
It does have a meaning. It does have a meaning to it.
Yeah, but if you don't know what that meaning is, you're not going to memorize it unless you just watch his channel all the time. And he's like, I'm SOSWC.
What if he gets to hold on?
He's not going to stop.
KC. If he gets to 7 million subscribers, then we'll know what it is. And he's currently at like 1.1, I think.
Wait, what is it? Spell it out for me. SSOHPKC.
It's in chat right now.
Okay, I'm too lazy to come up with like a name for that right now.
He confirmed that the O in it is of because it was lowercase. So.
What does SS mean in like a ship, like a naval ship?
That's like, well, like in
Sovereign ship, is it?
No, yeah, sovereignship.
It could be that of
Sovereignship of herpes part KFC. I don't fucking know.
Oh man.
We haven't been able to record the chat in a long time, have we?
No, I actually have a chat recording. I don't know which one it's for though.
But
this
probably the
this
one we
definitely
lost. Probably the one we lost, because that would just be our luck.
We need to copy and pay. We need to copy this chat and put it in a comment on the.
Yeah, just one comment.
Yeah,
the problem with that is the reason it works when you record it is that there's at least some type of correlation between what people are saying in the podcast and in the chat. If it's just copied, like there's no timestamps. It's not.
Do you think you could record it?
Hmm?
I mean, do you think you could record it and stream?
I don't. Not at HD, which is.
Does it matter? What needs to be HD? The little
chat,
floating frog man.
The actual chat. If
Why?
it is not in
Wouldn't
HD,
be able to read it in HD?
not easily. No.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Like,
fair enough.
Yeah. So my computer just can't do that many things.
Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do with the chat.
But it sucks because one of my favorite parts of the podcast, because I can't, like, I can read, but it takes a large portion of my brain. I can't usually talk and read, and I liked going back to the podcast recording afterwards and reading the chat to see what people said. But now I'm just missing it forever. So, Clop.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's gonna be a Clop 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Well, I can talk about a thing that I wanted to talk about. So who here remembers Dungeon Keeper Mobile and how shitty of a game that was?
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
We all played that game and didn't like it. All of us played it.
I didn't play it, but I know about it.
Yeah.
There was a huge controversy, and it had terrible, like, it was like a Facebook game. It was exactly like a Facebook game.
It was like the Evil
And
Genius
now-
Facebook game.
And now Atari announced Roller Coaster Tycoon 4 Mobile, launching in spring.
Wonderful. Oh,
For
wonderful.
$3, it's a PC experience coming too.
You want to build your roller coaster? That'll be $5 per rail.
Yeah,
Oh, it's only
that's
halfway done? Oh, well, you're going to have to wait 5 days.
like Total Biscuit said. It looks just the worst part is it looks like a Roller Coaster Tycoon game from 6 years ago. So
So it has shitty graphics.
it has shitty graphics. In the trailer, they said they advertise the social gaming aspects. They're like, invite your friends and visit their theme parks.
Well, that sounds cool. What's wrong with that?
Look,
It's like going
what's-
to your friend's farm
no,
in Farmville.
You know, like,
But that's good. That's not a... Like, if you couldn't go to your friends' creations, that'd be terrible.
No, what I'm saying is that shows that there's going to be those terrible social gaming aspects to it.
there's a dichotomy here between casual gamers and just like gamers who are like I guess I'd say hardcore gamers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because casual gamers get sucked into social games, which is fine. That's what they want to play, but they get fucked for it.
No,
Like
that's
they
the
have to
thing.
pay all this money and stuff.
I
and,
don't like that
us
these-
are-
These people are being abused. Like, they're using human
Yeah.
psychology to abuse them and take their money, and it bothers me.
And whenever they try to do that to hardcore gamers, it almost never works.
Mhm.
But they always try.
There's
Well-
like no reason to have it like Roller Coaster Tycoon either. They could have named it something else.
Yeah.
But the thing
If
is...
it seems like
it does work on certain hardcore gamers. Like, I'm not extremely, like, I don't know a lot about Call of Duty and stuff, but as I understand it, they'll release, like, random map packs and, like, little upgrades for that constantly, because they know that there's a group that will buy everything that they release, which is crazy.
No, Dagless is talking about the ones that would play a game like Farmville all the time.
Yeah.
and spend
No, but
shit
I'm
tons.
saying that it affects hardcore gamers also.
Yes, but it does not affect them as often, and Call of Duty is a much more casual game than, say, like,
Oh, jeez.
playing TF2 all the time.
You should make a
Do
video
you
about
know?
that. That'll anger people. I mean, I agree with you, but that
No.
would anger people.
But I'm not saying that people who play Call of Duty are casual gamers. There are obviously people who are really hardcore and really into it, but it is a more casual style game where you just pick
No,
it
I
up
agree.
and you start playing, and there's no.
You read me an
I-
article like 2 years ago about someone who made FPSs that explained exactly why Call of Duty was a casual game and why he can't. It's hard to make first-person shooters that take skill because the Call of Duty of people won't play it because they're just
Yeah.
like, wow, I was kicking ass at this game, but this one's just dumb, and I'm gonna go back. It's all slow, like. But anyway, I don't know.
Do you know how many like freaking shitty Farmville-esque games, Dungeon Keeper-esque games are on iOS and Google Play?
No.
That people who don't know what good video games are like, yeah, I'm a gamer, and they're playing those games, and they legitly don't know that there are far better games out there that you could get, like Papers, Please. You know how good of a game that is for $5
Well, it would be
$5.
5. I thought it was 10. Did they lower it?
Well, it was on sale.
Oh, okay.
It's on sale. $10. We're gonna go with the price is $10. Okay, Q.
Okay, $10 though.
Yeah.
Like you can spend $10 easily in a game like Dungeon Keeper.
Well, it's
or
okay because
Farmville.
soon there's going to be microtransactions where you can change the ink in your stamps in Papers, Please. And then with the red stamp, you can really show them that they're not allowed in your
What, did they get
country.
taken over by E EA?
Or,
No,
you,
that
or
would be-
you could buy more time. You could buy more time.
Oh my
each
god,
day
that
for
would be...
$10.
And they're going to make it so the base game actually gives you way less time than you need to win.
Guys, you need to stop jinxing it.
They're not
It's,
gonna do
it's
this.
one guy who has his own production studio. I think we're safe. But,
if he gets money hungry.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he'll sell out like that. That'll be great. He's actually made games for years. This is the first one that I think he actually sold for money. Like, he has a bunch of other... And they're all weird. They're all, like, weird little games. But no, he's not going to get money hungry. Like, that wouldn't work. No one's gonna pay. Actually, I probably
Alright,
would pay
I-
for red stamps. Because I want to
Guys,
support
I
him.
think it's time.
No, I don't think we
Oh,
have time for that.
well,
So
that
what's
went
on your
quick.
channel, Douglas?
I think it's time.
Well, I'm just
Are
going to
you
leave
ready?
for a few minutes.
Yeah.
It's not this
ready.
one. This one is really tame, and it's really tame. Cross.
He redacted some stuff.
Okay, if you redacted it, okay.
Sadly, today I will not be reading the Octopus Rift. There was a surprise final entry right before the podcast,
Anonymous.
What?
and I decided that this one needed to be read instead of the Octopus Rift today. I will be reading Octopus Rift next time I am on.
Oh, dear. Okay.
This one is called Jettisoned.
Uh-oh.
Prologue. Adam.
Wait, is this
Sleep
from
sure-
Butkus?
Yes.
Okay.
God
Go-
damn it.
We both
Okay.
guessed it right off the bat.
Okay.
Go on.
All right, let me read this now. Sleep sure would be nice. I've been awake for a little over 2 days now, and my lack of sleep has not come from a lack of trying. I've tried going for a walk, even though it's generally unwise to be out this late in my town. I've tried talking to my friends online. I've even tried some new sleeping medicine one of my roommates recently bought, and I've, well, lied awake for 3 hours now. Sleep just won't come. It's getting harder going on so long without sleep. My insomnia gets bad sometimes, sure, but rarely does it deny me this much sleep. This entire month I've managed about 8 hours. I know because I've been started keeping count. 24 days and barely 12 hours of rest. Fuck, 11. Actually, I miscount. I let out a sigh as I sit up in bed. This isn't happening, and has always been my rule. If I'm not going to get any sleep, then I'm going to get something else done. I turn to my computer, located directly next to my bed. I chuckle as I idly consider that this may be a cause of my insomnia.
Can
but
I
reject
just
it rather
stop you
quickly.
because this is like shockingly accurate and creeping me out?
There's no like specifics. Like he doesn't say where you live or
I'm
anything.
aware, but these thoughts are shockingly accurate. All right.
Do you want me to?
No, keep going. I'll just continue to be freaked out. Keep going.
I've already gone down that road, thank you. Booting up my computer, I turn on my lamp and pull a pad of paper detailing a few quick tips I took for myself to speed up my work. Observe, debate, decide. Oh, I also summed up a page worth of information with 3 words on the side. Lovely use of space. My job consists mainly of making sure people only see titties when they want to see titties.
Wait a second.
Of course, it's much more complicated than that. I make sure that the keywords that people use to narrow down their internet searches stick. With all the content, sites, pictures, videos, viruses, going up on the internet every day, the basic algorithm that a search engine uses oftentimes requires several people to screen through and make sure nothing slips by. Not the best job for a dyslexic, but then I had a few disadvantages with graphic design and did pretty well in it. I haven't practiced my graphic design lately either, though. Need to get on that. Make sure I don't lose my touch. Once my screen...
Creepy! This is creepy, Budkiss.
Is this fanfic just like a biography of...
No, it gets into... Look, it's just an intro.
Okay.
But it's all accurate!
Once my
Like,
screen
have you
lit
been
up,
taking notes?
I
What
clicked
is
the
going
login,
on?
Adam. No password, no need. I debated shortly starting Steam, seeing who would be up this late, but decided against it. I've been too tired to play many games lately. I started my browser and went straight to my email. No work requests available, although there are a few spam messages. Although one of these don't appear to be spam. Huh. Titled to Cross Knights, my gamer alias. No one, bar my roommates, should be able to connect that name to me. And the sender's name doesn't match any of theirs. Paul Wes? Wise? Wiss? Wait, is that an S and a Z? Wizzy? Damn it, that's just plain mean. Well, apparently Paul. Wait, Pual? Yep, Pual Wiz is apparently an indie game developer interested in me making a Let's Play of his game. Something to check out. Admittedly, I should be more freaked out that an indie developer got that email, but I'm sure I'll be able to express all sorts of normal human emotion after I get some sleep. But for now, let's see what this guy's all about. Wow. I'm honestly a bit surprised this game hasn't become famous yet, or at least not been this obscure. I've read about it, watched developer commentary. His name was pronounced Pol West, by the way. Okay.
Pol?
Yeah, and even played the game. All in all, this game looks and feels amazing. Pretty addicting, too. I've decided to make a few videos on it at the very least. May want to stop playing first, though. Yeah, let's cut that out now. Eyes is a first-person puzzle game in which you play a faceless and nameless protagonist whose world changes every time he closes his eyes, unless you're wearing a special and presently unexplained pair of glasses. In a nutshell. The mechanics are pretty deep, to be honest. You blink automatically in a rather realistic amount of time. In order to get through certain obstacles, you need to step out of the real world and into another world entirely. One full of weird-looking monsters, death traps, and darkness. Lots of darkness. Although you can see with the glasses for some reason. Heh. I put on my sunglasses at night.
Oh, for God's
Greetings,
sakes.
I am Cross Knights, and this is Eyes. Once I finished the video, I just sat there for a while. Now that that's done, I need to edit the video. Not much to cut out, but I managed to get lost for quite a while. In a straight hallway. No need to show that.
Damn it, Budkiss.
I sighed again. I was doing that a lot in the video, too. I needed to go for a walk. Looking at the time on my monitor, I see it's almost 9 a.m. And from the smell of it, it appears that at least one of my roommates are already up as well.
Wait a second.
I
The
smile.
smell of it?
I smile. Waffles. Bless that blue-haired woman's heart. Alright, Waffles first, walk second.
Hell?
Fuck!
After chatting, saying
That
good
doesn't even
morning,
make sense to anyone but us.
nodding good morning to my latest rising roommate. It says her name. I don't know if this is actually her name or not.
What does the letter start with?
M?
That is not their name.
Okay, Michelle.
Yeah, not
I
their
set the table in exchange for her starting the next waffle for me. A nice morning ritual for the few times we see each other. We chatted as we exchanged work at the waffle maker, and I found out my other 2 roommates had already left for work. Then again, I knew that was the case before I even started recording. Hey, maybe I could stream Ice sometime. Yeah, that'd work. After we both finished, we placed our dishes on the pile already in the sink. Luckily, it wasn't my turn. That earned a smirk out of me, and Michelle as well. I said goodbye and made my way out of our apartment into the sunlit streets of rough and ready New York. It was cold, which is why it was a good thing I brought my jacket. It was just a light leather jacket, but as I came to the familiar curb, I debated going right or left. I nearly always go right. Why straight today, right? And so right I went, passing familiar houses, apartments, businesses, and right past every other point I'd normally turn back at. I checked my phone. Not too much time had passed. I'm still feeling tired, but not the right kind of tired. My body is aching, not from overexertion, but lack of recuperation. My mind is dull, but still active, still very much awake, no matter how much I prefer otherwise. I glance up at the sun, then glance at my phone. Still early. Still early in another day of going through this insomnia-induced exhaustion. I've reached my limit before, and I really, really do not want to reach it again. I stop walking and look at a window into my reflection. Tired, haggard, bags under the eyes. I didn't even feel up to putting my hair into a ponytail. I look like a mess. I look like I feel. And I look determined, tired, exhausted, a little pissed, and determined. I resume my walk, making a promise to myself. By the time I get home today, I'll be able to lie down and go to sleep. To the residents of Rough and Ready, I probably look like an escaped mental patient who's in a hurry. And I'm alright with that, because I aim to escape my own mental psyche, and I'm in a hurry to do so. That sounded better when I started thinking it. Do you have the time? I stop walking and my eyes widen a little bit. Social interaction? With a stranger, no less. Wait, what did he ask for? A dime? He just came out of an alley. He's gonna mug me. It's about 10:30. Was that my mouth? Well, it's a good thing my mouth's ahead of my mind in this case. I pride myself on being rational and reasonable, but when I'm this tired, it takes a while. The man nods and turns, thanks me, and walks away. Now that I think about it, he looks familiar. In his mid-40s, a few wrinkles, graying, short hair, blue eyes, twitchy eyes, refusing to make eye contact. Paranoid? Sounds like a lot of faces I've seen. I've met a lot of paranoid people too, to be honest. Can't really place him. I watch him go for a moment, my mind still not quite telling me to start moving again. After the couple seconds pause.
I do have to ask how long this is at this point, because it's already 6 o'clock.
It's almost done.
Okay.
Okay. My mind's still not quite telling me to start moving again. After the seconds pause, I turn to walk away as well. But pause. It's not generally a good idea to go down alleys, confined, branching, hidden from general eyesight. I know that, but Mr. Generic Face probably knew that too. And like me, he seems the type to generally avoid alleys, but it's not that big a deal. It's just kind of a bit of paranoia. I glance back at the man, the kind of paranoia I bet he'd listen to. I chuckle. Any sort of grand scheme or interesting development that'll come out of this is limited to passed out in some garbage. Probably a hobo or two. Alright, that's why I avoid alleys. Hobos. I really need some sleep. I take a turn down the alley, which smells distinctly of urine. It's an unmistakable smell, you see. And there's nothing interesting. Garbage, garbage, garbage. No hobos, though. I really need some sleep. As I stand in the middle of the alley, I find my eyes closing themselves automatically. I smile. This is the feeling a normal person gets when they've been awake for too long. The urge to sleep. I'm ready to fall asleep. As I turn around, I scan my surroundings once again. Always good to do when leaving a place, though I'm not usually very thorough. This time, though, my glances yield me something that's actually kind of cool. A pair of sunglasses on the ground.
Uh-oh.
Black. They kind of blended in with the ground. I picked them up and gave them a once-over. Good condition. And they look cool. Complete with the surprising detailed eye logo on the sides.
Uh-oh.
I decided to put them on and they fit amazingly.
Uh-oh.
And the tint worked well, even though I don't mind wearing them in this relative darkness of the alley. I don't even like sunglasses, but I think I might start wearing these. I wonder if these were generic yet familiar face guys. It's kind of dark in this alley. I put on my sunglasses and then I blinked. I'm not entirely sure what happened, although I do know that 1 second I was standing still, and the next I was moving backwards, not of my own volition. Almost like I was thrown backwards, and then something clicked. I've seen that guy's face before, and now I can place it. Thud. Then I hit the alley wall. No time to scream, no time to react. Barely enough time to feel, and yet more than enough time to make a few observations about my current predicament. The mind is funny. What was I thinking about before? Oh well, for now, all that really matters is that I'm finally about to go to sleep. Jettisoned. a cross-night fan fiction, because fuck you.
Because fuck you.
Okay, that was pretty good. I will say it ran a bit long. And it was more creepy than me being reamed in the ass, because there's a surprising amount of accuracy in it.
It was a nice refresh from the usual rape.
Yes, I will.
Well, I mean, next time I'm on, there's going to be rape, but not
Oh my god.
this time. I hope to see Buttkiss more chapters of this. I'm actually really invested in the story now.
Yeah, the thing is, I think it was a bit long for the podcast, but this actually seems like this seems like a legitimate setup for a story. Like it could actually go somewhere.
It's a good story. I like it.
Also, most of the information he actually got from conversations that I've had with him over the last year. That's why I was kind of creeped out.
Yeah.
I actually have.
Buttkiss knows you well.
Apparently. What
the fucking part of the blue hair, though. Jesus.
Yeah, that
man.
was a bit. No one
get that.
gets that except for us. And also, I've described myself with my hair out and a beard as an escaped mental patient before. He literally took that from me. Also, the only thing is, like, the city you described makes it seem like a city, and I actually live in this like kind of small town. But no, most of the information in there was pretty accurate.
Buttkiss is either a really good friend or really creepy.
Or a really good writer.
He might just have a good memory. Also, I don't know.
I want rape and tentacles. You could probably do a Google search for that.
You guys,
man.
it's not okay. I'd like to say before we end the podcast that once again I'm going to be trying to stream Dark Souls over on Drive Not Found. If you want to join me, feel free to join me for the stream. Go ahead, guys. What's going up on your channel, Cross?
Today, possibly nothing. Tomorrow, possibly Monaco. But I don't know. Again, it's the job. I don't have anything. I have murder footage that I don't want to release because I haven't finished editing all of my Trouble in Terrorist Town footage, and that happened before that. And I think we might reference some of the Trouble in Terrorist Town stuff, but I don't remember. But yeah, there's not going to be videos as often. I'm sorry. I am trying to get back to Final Fantasy and finish off Papa and Yo. It just hasn't happened yet. And when the few days I was going to record it, I got a graphic design job, so I've had even less time. So sorry. I'm trying, but lark. Companion, your channel. Alright, so Companion's dead and doesn't have a channel. Is everyone dead?
Okay.
Alright, we might just have to end it, because Companion might have died. Let me see.
Okay.
Companion is maybe someone walked in the room. Alright, let's end it.
Today has been the podcast for 3/24/14. Thanks for joining us, and have